Hello, hello there. If you're in the network marketing business or in the direct sales business, or if you're a coach, if you're anybody who has to get your own clients, your own customers, your own signups, we have found a way to do that without having to quote sell anybody ever on it. And I'd like to show you what that is because we understand from our own business and from the business of many other people that the idea of having to sell is what turns everybody off. People who are experts, people who really can help people, are so afraid that they have to sell that they don't help people. And so the people are left out there on their own without the help that you could give them. And I'd like to show you how to do that, how to do what you do, offer what you offer without having to sell people. I'm going to show you how this works. Okay. This is a story about how we learned how we didn't have to sell people that we knew we could help and whose lives we knew we could make better. In the network marketing business, many of you know, I've been in that for 28 years. And many of you that have been in that business, you know what the pitch is, right? You get recruited in, and what do they tell you? Oh, Kim, it's easy. Just talk to anybody who can fog a mirror. Everybody's going to want this. Why? Who doesn't want health and wealth? And you go, oh, yeah, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. And we liked it. And off we went. And off we told our people to go. And then here's what we discovered. See, people, yeah, they wanted more income. We discovered this, but they didn't want it necessarily by building a business of their own. See, yeah, they wanted a business, but they didn't want a business where they'd have to spend all their time and their days and nights chasing after family and friends. And then they said, yeah, we do want a business, but not if we have to accost everybody. If the business means we spend our lives accosting everybody we know and everybody that we come across, we'd rather not do it. We don't want that kind of a business. And so the upline told us, push him, come to the convention, come to the meetings, do this, do that. You know how that kind of goes. And pretty soon, we had a lot of people who didn't have a place to go for Christmas dinner. And people just didn't want to invite them. They call it being part of the NFL. You don't know, friends left. And so we figured there has to be a better way to do this because we knew we could help people. And we figured, okay, how do we connect with the people who are looking for us? Really, that was the question. And we figured there's got to be a better way than what they're telling us. And so we tried something really crazy. This is Kim Claver. And here's what we did. We knew we had a network marketing business. So that's a business. And we had been talking to anybody, really anybody, and offered them big income and no experience necessary. In fact, when we ran ads, when we started running newspaper ads, the ads were something like making 10,000 a month, need help, no experience necessary. Call this number. That was kind of what we did. And we said basically the same things. So we decided to change the pitch, how we presented stuff to people. We figured we'd try something different. We started the conversations with who we were looking for. So instead of saying, hey, come one, come all, no experience necessary, big money available, you can make big money part-time, you don't need experience, just come on over. We didn't do that anymore. We devised kind of a presentation filter. And we did the same thing for running newspaper ads, which we ran in those days. It was a presentation filter. And what we did is we asked for the impossible, according to our upline and sideline and the company. They said nobody's going to respond. We asked for marketers, people who had marketing experience. We asked for teachers. We asked for people who loved sales. We asked for people who had owned their own business before. And we asked for people who liked public speaking, right? That's what we did. And they all told us, Kim, nobody's going to respond. You're wasting your money and you're wasting your phone calls because, of course, we were all calling people. Our group was calling people that we knew and do the usual, right? So we did the same thing for the ads and for the calling. There were twists to the calling, which I'll show you. So we did it anyway. And in both our ads and in our hundreds of weekly phone solicitations, because we were all calling like crazy. And what happened is we got like 500 resumes in 6 weeks from just the newspaper ads, like 500. Many of them were FedEx. We were completely overwhelmed. Our upline about fainted. She said, oh my God, what'd you say in that ad? And I showed her the ad. And she said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Because they didn't expect anyone, particularly because of the public speaking. See, in the ad we had said, here, I'll show you. We're looking for people who like public speaking. Well, apparently that's not something most people want to do. And so they were sure nobody would come. But my thing was, well, maybe we only get a few people, but at least they'll be the right ones. So that's what we thought. Jesus only had 12, right? So he did pretty well. So we got dozens of referrals from each week from people that we called, that our team called, because often it wasn't the person on the phone. Yeah, they said, "No, I don't do marketing. I'm afraid to public speak, and but I know somebody like that, and here they are." That's what they volunteered all this. See, so what did we say? Well, I'm going to give you the little yes test here, because we have two versions: one for the online, which I'm going to give you here, and then of course we have one for the phone calls, which I'll give you in a separate one. Okay. So the yes test is a series of questions, like we showed you with the ad, that filters directly to those who you want to talk to, specifically for your business and for what you're marketing. So these are questions that you ask on Facebook or in your email or Instagram, however you're communicating with people and your messaging, right? So that you ask these questions before you do your presentation. And that way, the only people you present to are the ones who say, yes, I'm a 10. Okay. So if you would like to stop wasting your time and your emotion talking to people who really don't want a business, they really aren't interested in marketing, they really don't want to chase down their friends, they really don't have an interest in what you have to offer. It's like, I like to play tennis. Well, if I ask you, hey, you want to play tennis? You might say, well, I don't do tennis, I do golf. Well, am I going to sit down and cry about the fact that you don't play tennis? Are you going to tell me tennis sucks? Am I going to tell you golf sucks? No, we're just different. That's all it is. So what we did is we figured out how to ask questions so that people could say yes or no, and how much does it matter to them that they solve this or that problem, or that they get out of this or that situation. And we used that for 28 years, and we use it everywhere. And if you want to get a copy of what we call the yes test, these are the actual questions you can post. And before you say anything about what you've got to offer, whether you're a coach, a life coach, or a relationship coach, or whether you are a network marketer, or whether you're an affiliate marketer, or whether you're a digital marketer, if you have something that you can help somebody with, and you want to know before you say one word if they're the right person for you to even be talking to, then go ahead and get the yes test. It's a little template there. Click on it. When you click on the page, you'll see this, and then see where it says there, get the free training, get the yes template. What'll happen is the little video shows you how to use it. And when you click on the template and when you opt in, the yes test itself will come to you to your email. So be sure that you put in the correct email, because otherwise you won't get it. All right? So that's what I've got for you. I'll talk to you soon. This is Kim Klaver. Bye.